Welcome, everybody, to the College Basketball Preview Show on the Grueling Truth Sports Network. I'm your host, Mike Goodpaster. Today, we got an ACC battle between what I believe are the two best teams in the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils and the Clemson Tigers. These are the two top teams in the ACC, and they're going to clash at Clemson. The Blue Devils come in with the longest winning streak in the country and are ranked second in the nation. The Tigers are 18-4 on the season, but they're coming off a thrilling overtime loss against Georgia Tech. This is a huge game for both teams if they want to win an ACC championship. And right now, Duke's running away with it. And if they win this game, it's over. Now, the Duke Blue Devil train rolled on Wednesday night with a dominant win over Syracuse on the road, 83-54. The Blue Devils never trailed in the game and had 5 players in double figures to pick up their 16th straight win and improve to 20-2. The Blue Devils were dominant from start to finish, and they led the Orange by 14 and a half and then added to that lead for a comfortable win. Tyrese Proctor led the way with a game-high 16 points, including 4 3-point field goals. Concaduple had 12 points. Cooperflagg added 11, and Isaiah Evans and Sion James each had 10 for a well-rounded Blue Devil attack. Now, when we look at Clemson, they had a 6-game winning streak snapped on Tuesday at home in that 89-86 triple overtime loss at Little John Coliseum. The Tigers led the game by 3 points at halftime and held a 6-point lead late in the game, but couldn't overcome the tenacity of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. All right, the Tigers had several chances to put away the Yellow Jackets on Tuesday night, but couldn't close the door. The Tigers were led by a dominant performance from Chase Hunter. Hunter finished the game with 28.7 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocked shots. And Shiflin also had a strong night with a career-high 23 points to go along with 8 rebounds. Chauncey Wiggins chipped in 15.6 rebounds. The Tigers shot just 38% from the field as a team and were out-rebounded 56-46 by Georgia. So when we look at this game, right now the point spread is 7.5 points. Now, Clemson's a good basketball team. Beat Kentucky earlier this year in Clemson, and I think the Blue Devils will have to deal with a raucous crowd at Clemson on Saturday, but I don't think that stops the inevitable, which is a Duke win. The Tigers don't match up well with the Blue Devils. They struggle at things that Duke thrives on. First, the Tigers are last in the ACC in turnover margin. This comes off a game in which the Devils scored a season high in points off turnovers at Syracuse. The Tigers are an above-average three-point shooting team. Unfortunately, the Blue Devils are ranked second in the conference in three-point defense. Duke is second in the conference in field goal shooting and first in three-point field goals made per game. And Clemson is just 8th in field goal defense and 7th in three-point defense. The deciding factor in this game will be on the glass, though. The Blue Devils are the best rebounding team in the ACC and one of the top 5 rebounding teams in the country. Clemson is just 10th in the ACC in rebounding. You expect the Tigers to come out fast to start the game. They may even have the lead early on in the first half, maybe even at halftime. But I think the Blue Devils will be relentless, and they will wear down the Tigers, and they will pull away in the second half. I don't like the 7.5 points at Little John Arena, but I think Duke is clearly the superior team. I think the only way you lose this game is if Clemson just bombs away from 3. The problem with that is Duke's defense is stellar against the three-point shot. And Duke is one of the 3 most complete teams in the country. You got Duke, Auburn, Alabama for my money. I think you can throw Purdue in there as a very good team also. But I think Auburn, Alabama, and Duke are the 3 best teams in the country. And with that being said, I'm going to bet Duke. I'm going to give the 7.5 points, and I'm going to go to BetMGM, our top-rated sportsbook for betting on college basketball. You can click on the link in the description down below if you want to bet on BetMGM. I think Duke wins this game 78-68. I think it's going to be a tough game where they are going to be really tight, maybe even behind for a half, maybe a little bit more. But I think the relentless pressure on defense will wear out Clemson. It'll take their legs, and Duke will win the game. I also look for Cooperflagg to have a huge game on the road. He came off a game where he was pretty quiet because he really didn't have to be loud. This time he's probably going to be loud. I think he will. Duke's the more complete team. Duke wins by more than 7.5. All right, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification on YouTube. Follow me on X at Grueling Truth, and make sure you check out thegruelingtruth.com. But for now, guys, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legends speak.